Okay, now we're going to talk browns and some nice different skin tones that you could possibly achieve. So I mixed in my palette, I did mix a brown using magenta, yellow, and black. And that's what this is. So it's kind of like turns into this peachy color. It's harder to see in the small little color wheel it did. So I'm going to do another one here and paint on my paper. And that's a great skin color already. But we want to kind of show the variations you can do with it. And so what I'm going to try to do is on this, I'm going to paint a nice rectangle of this on my paper. And what I'm going to have us do is we're going to try to see what happens if I mix white, black, and cyan with this color. So I'm going to do an experiment. This will be my white. This will be my black. Let's see what kind of colors we get with variations with black. And which color variations we get with cyan. So we're doing a little experiment. So, 3 browns. I'm not going to clean my brush. I'm just going to simply get my black first. Since I know it's a powerful color, it won't have any issues. So we're going to just try the variations we can do with black. So my darkest is there, lightest is there. Gets us a nice foresty color, like a nice deep, dark black. Alright, and if we want some more, like throw some more black in there and see what kind of colors we get. These are nice black colors. So it's a nice warm color too with that variation I did. So you can see the kind of variations you have in there. Next I'm going to really clean my brush. And then I'm going to take my white. I'm going to put it on there just so it's right directly on there and see what happens. Okay, so they get some nice color variations in that one too. If you push it around, you can see some of the mixes you can do. I'm sorry, I just paint with my fingers all the time. Probably drives some of you guys crazy to do that kind of thing, but others of you might like painting with your fingers. Alright, so you can see some beautiful colors. My skin color is about right in that area, so it's a little bit whiter mixed with just the brown, so it's a light brown. You could, if I see a little more red in there, all I would need to do is add a little bit more magenta, just a touch of magenta in there to make it a little more red. So if you're trying to choose your skin color, you can try to look at these and see which one's closest, and then from whatever's closest, add a little more magenta, a little more cyan, or a little more yellow. Okay, the next final one is going to be mixed with cyan. Since this does not have any cyan in it at all, I'm going to throw in some cyan and see what kind of things I can come up with. So there's my bright cyan, and then I'm going to start to mix it in a bit more. So as I get lower, I'm running out of cyan on my brush, and it's getting some different variations of color. This is a nice brown up here, the cyan made. So it kind of turns into a different kind of darker, more murky brown. And maybe more of the kind of brown that you're used to seeing. And so I'm going to mix even a little more brown in there just so you can see kind of what it does. Alright, so I've tried out cyan. This is if you want to label it for later, feel free to do so. Whoops, there's my pen. Okay, so this is cyan with brown. This is brown with white, and this is brown with black. Remember, brown equals, how do we mix it again? It was our yellow plus magenta plus black. So I did all these things to make all 3 of these, then add your brown, or your cyan, your white, and your black. You can see the kind of variations of brown that you can get. All right, enjoy mixing.